today's our longest road trip we're going to be going on so far with the car, I think.
Because of the Christmas.
Yeah, because it's a Christmas
Right.
season, so we're visiting my cousin. And total round trip, because we're also picking up my parents, is about 350 kilometers. Now, since we have the 100D, we can actually go 470 technically, but because of the winter weather, you're probably going to be subtracting about 20 to 30% of your range. So it's pretty tight. So we have a bit of range anxiety, I think.
Because it's our first time, right, with a newbie. So because of that, we're going to make the trip to Oakville.
Yeah, we're going to stop by the service station or service center, and while we're there, also pick up the center caps for the rims and do a bit of charging for the car too. So we're leaving Oakville Tesla Service Center right now. I'm sure one of our YouTubers probably could have told us, but they don't actually have a public charger here, which I'm a little surprised.
I know what there is.
Well, we also were given some false information from one of Ada's coworkers who has a Tesla as well too, who said they came here to charge a car. So instead, we picked up the center wheel caps, at least. I'm not 100% sure if it matches because our rims are quite dirty right now. And we're going to be going to Vaughan, to the new supercharger. They have 22 charging stations there, and it just opened up like
Last week.
So we'll be one of the first ones to use it, which is kind of cool.
So how do we end up choosing a Tesla Model X? Originally, Andrew had a reservation for Model 3, and at that time, and I was like, sure, get it, whatever.
Fully refundable deposit,
exactly,
right? I think that's the main key reason why.
Right, for sure. Originally, at first, I was saying, okay, as long as it's 100% refundable,
which it is.
Okay, fine, I'll let you get excited, and then let me do more research, and then see, right? And I like the car, I like the company, I thought it's very cool, but I don't know also, but to kind of shut him off, I was like, okay, fine, just get the $1,000. I bugged him, say, let's go to Tesla and take a look, because I have so many questions that I have, because like how much to charge, to install, and all the other stuff, because it's quite new and quite different. And
I didn't really know anything myself.
Exactly.
I did a bit of research. I wasn't too interested because we weren't going to get a new car. The Model 3 was going to be coming out like 2018, 2019, maybe.
And then halfway through, we kind of know that we don't think that we're going to buy the Model 3 just because the size may be smaller than we thought, and also the timing wise too. And we believe that one thing that I really want is all-wheel drive. And then Andrew indicated that expecting that at the beginning when they roll out Model 3 won't be all-wheel drive, so that will delay even more.
And just one thing now, they've already started to discontinue any non-all-wheel drive Model S's. So Model S now only comes in S as well. So X is already a all-wheel drive vehicle, and that only comes in that, but the S is now only going to be coming out as a all-wheel drive vehicle.
One day we actually went into Tesla finally, and then we got a really good person to serve us at the time, and we got lots of great information. And we look at Model S and X, and then we're like, oh, Model X is never in the picture because they're so expensive. We look at the Model S, and then it's great, but then one thing that I was thinking, if we don't have to pay for gas, I want road trip. I love road trip. So for a family of 4, well, the S is still big enough, I think. However, we bring a lot of stuff too, and with grandparents in the picture, that we always drive them around, and we love to do that. So that's why I'm like, Model S, I'm not sure. We found out that the base price for Model S and X at that time when we were looking, it's about only $6,000 different.
I think that's the main reason.
And then all of a sudden, when I heard that, I'm like, what? Wait a minute? $6,000 let me take a look at that.
Because our friends who just purchased a Model S 3 months before us, the price had just changed in terms of what was included with base models. So the actual difference between the two, I think it was over $12,000 to $13,000 more for a Model X compared to the S before.
After all the upgrade, because the base price is for 5-seater, and for us, we really want a 6-seater. So because of that, and add up all the other stuff, at the end, it's not totally $6,000 different from the Model S and X. And of course, after we saw the Easter egg, the dance thing, I'm silly, but I'm like, oh my god, this is so cool. So a lot of people, when they heard that we're buying a Tesla, a lot of people look at me and say, Ada, really? Because for me, I don't see myself like buying like crazy stuff all the time.
All the time?
Not all the time. And then, so they were like, really? You approved Andrew application to buy a Tesla? That's not like you at all. So Andrew, they were wondering, like, what did you do to me? So I would say yes.
I don't really know. I think the car really sold itself to Ada. There are a few factors, I think, that really sold the car to Ada.
Okay, what is that?
First one being probably the financing.
Right.
The financing for Tesla is actually pretty attractive compared to other luxury vehicles or new vehicles. So that was probably one of the main reasons.
More so, I understand that if I say this, people will say, no, it's actually not saving money. I like the fact that I don't have to pay for it.
An electric vehicle will not save you money.
Yes, for the base price for this car is very expensive already. I knew that by basically doing the calculation. I know that if I buy this vehicle, it's because I can save on gas. It's not true in a way. But I do like a luxury car, and in the past we do have some luxury car too. But if you're comparing this to another similar type of luxury car,
like
those they have to right in front, and then they still have to pay for premium gas. But for the Tesla, you don't have to. So I compare it that way. You got the luxury, but also you got the saving on gas that encouraged me to explore more on the road trip. And I think that is something that definitely I'm very looking forward to it, that especially for our family for this age, I think that it's really fun in my mind. Okay, later on I may think that it's crazy road trip with 2 little young kids, but so in my mind I thought that it would be fun, and then it's something that great memory. So that's why I'm like, okay, that is another thing that I thought that application. But one key thing that I think at the end, why, besides the financing and although the car is actually cool, the one last thing is because Andrew keep on telling me life is short.
Life is short.
Yes, enjoy it when you can. So his famous word every time he submitted an application to buy something.
I haven't said it for a while.
He also
only been a month.
that at the last point is life is short.
You keep an eye out around here. It's got to be around here somewhere.
How do you know it?
You'll see. I don't know. We've never seen a supercharger before.
I never see it.
Okay, look. Keep your eyes open, guys, for chargers. I'm just pausing for a second, okay? Oh, I think it might be up over there. Right here. Right here. Check it out. Oh, there's another Model X, blue like ours. So we're at the Vaughan Mills charger, supercharger. They got 22 stations here. It's the first time we're actually charging, so we should be charging very quickly. Open goes our port. And do I have to get a little closer? Crap, I have to get a little closer. Take 2, let's try this again. Okay, supercharger. Open sesame. In we go. And we gotta make sure we turn it on for charging because I'm pretty sure it doesn't think it's gonna need charging right now. So let's go do that. So just to recap basically what we did today, we went a total of almost 300 kilometers. Now, here's the problem. We didn't make it to our destination. And the reason being is there is some kind of problem with our battery charging. So that one just came up there, but limited AC and battery cooling, which only started happening right after I did the update. So I don't know what's going to happen there. But you can basically see in the corner there, in the bottom corner, left corner there, it says about 42 kilometers, which is actually incorrect. It's probably a lot less than that. So the good thing is that the driving experience was still pretty good, even though the weather was pretty crappy tonight. A lot of snow. The Tesla actually handled very well. It could be just because we have the brand new winter tires on. The traction control worked very well. Didn't have any sort of slippage at all, which is great. Now, because we are back at home with so little battery power, we're not too sure if it's actually going to start charging or not. And if it doesn't, we're going to have to call up Tesla in a couple days because it's actually Christmas Eve tonight. And we're probably going to have to get the car towed to whichever service center, and they'll have to have a look to see what's wrong with it. So let's just see if this is actually going to work. So I actually haven't tried it yet. Okay, so let's hope this goes green instead of orange. Oh, sweet. Okay, so we are able to charge here for some reason, but we weren't able to charge at the supercharger. We'll have to hopefully get that rectified. Otherwise, realistically, we can only go as far as we can go until we can get back home. So I gotta say, that was probably one of the most stressful drives I've ever had. Just having to make sure that I'm not accelerating too quickly, making sure I'm watching how much energy is being used. Obviously the weather didn't help at all because I had to basically drive about 50 to 80 kilometers an hour. But that's kind of both the conditions and also just the way we had to drive to conserve some of the energy on the highways. I'm really glad we got back home. I really wouldn't want to be stuck out on the roads tonight waiting for a tow or something like that, especially with my family and the kids. So happy at least we got home for Christmas, and we'll see what happens next. Guys, I think it's Santa Claus!
Oh, Santa Claus parade! Oh yeah, today, yeah, Santa Claus parade today.
Look at that! Out in front of us!
This is the cold crossing of your thing? Right, yeah, today.
Look! We made it back in time to see the Santa Claus parade.
Look, Santa is in front of us!
Oh, Santa's gonna cross in front of us! Do you see it?
Santa, do you see Santa?
Look out the side window on that side.
Yeah. See it? Hi, Santa! Oh! Oh!